Hello, hello. I don't know if anybody's here yet or not. Oh, there's Samantha. Welcome in, Samantha. I'm so glad you're here today. And Shirley Bain. Good morning, Shirley. Good afternoon. Well, I don't know where you're located, so it might be morning for you. It's afternoon. And Jen. Hello, beautiful Jen. I have some happy mail from Shirley Knowles today. But before I show you that, I have to tell you about last night. Marcia is Blind Stitches Creations. Marcia Lee, if you would please Gmail me your address. I promised you some yarn, and I don't have an address for you, hence I can't send it. So please Gmail me at missiescottage@gmail.com, and I will send that off to you. Hello, Steve. And Share Joy. I love that name. Suzanne Fenton, welcome in. It's noon in Kentucky. Good. Okay, are you getting bad weather up there, Suzanne? Because we've got some thunderstorms going through here right now. Hey, Kimmer. This long to get on and type. Hey, I understand that. We've got some thunderstorms coming through right now, and actually, maybe around 12:30, we're going to have another severe area come through. And so you guys can hear me, right? Yes, you can, because Marshall said, okay. Thank you, Marshall. I appreciate that. I've had your name on my page for a while, but I've just looking it over this morning and realized that I don't have getting ready to mail out again, and I don't have an address for you. So I appreciate that. Okay, so about 12:30 today, back to real life, we are going to have another severe storm come through. So I may lose you around 12:30 today. If I do, I want to get this in before that. Oh my gosh, I don't know what's happening here, but anyway, what's your favorite crochet project? Oh, Samantha, it changes with the week. It was bunnies. It was bunnies. And then it was, well, elephants for a little while, and zebras. I've made 6 zebras in the last week. And that's what I want to talk to you about. Last night, Nisi, Freehandly Made AU, had her World Autism Awareness Day. And I was really, I had a misconception of what it would be. I thought it would be a big celebration and people would donate and she would give away and that would make people aware. That wasn't what it was at all. I had called her and talked to her and asked her if I could donate a zebra, because many of you have told me that the zebra is a symbol for a person who has an undiagnosed. Helen, hello. I know it must be late there for you. Is it evening in the middle of supper? A lot of damage around, Suzanne says, but we're all fine. Oh, I'm glad. Helen was there last night, and Helen was one of the women who won a zebra. As it turned out, it was more of an information and awareness and an education session. There were 3 women up there who were diagnosed later in life as adults. Hey, Nancy. Oh, Carrie's sending people over. There's Mimi. See, I just got sidetracked. Last night was an educational awareness podcast, and she had 3 ladies on that were, help me out, Helen, if I missed something, that were diagnosed as adults with autism, ADHD, OCD, all of the things that go along with autism, on the autism spectrum. Hey, Molly, there's Mara and Frozen Stone. Forgot that one again, Stone. I should know that one by now. I do so apologize. Angela. Hello, welcome in, Angela. Dawn P. Welcome in. I need your address too, if you'll email me, Dawn P. I would appreciate that. Hi, Maureen. It's an elephant and my crochet story. Bonnie's here. Yay. Okay, back to last night. Last night was an educational awareness, and I learned so much about autism, the signs and symptoms of autism. It's a condition, not a disease. There are specific side effects or symptoms, if you will. And I just was in awe. They began to talk and I began to relate. So what I did was like I said, I had talked to Nisi and asked her if I could donate a zebra, because a zebra is also a symbol, you guys have told me, of a person who has an undiagnosed illness or something that the doctors can't figure out. And with the colors of autism, the autism colors, I made zebras. Well, every time I made a zebra, I came up with a new color for another zebra. So I made 6 zebras. So what I decided to do was, and Nisi so graciously allowed me to give them away. And I know Mishi came in the chat, and Mishi wanted to donate a mystery bag of yarn. And 2 things happened there. One, Nisi, being autistic, needs to think about things and process things before she is able to make a decision a lot of times. The other thing is, it wasn't that kind of a program last night. And I sincerely hope, Mishi, that your feelings were not hurt last night when she turned you down. One, I'm sure anytime she does one, if you email her in advance and let her know that it's something you would like to do, she will welcome it with open arms. It's just that she doesn't deal with immediate things well, and she wasn't, it was not that kind of a program last night. And the only reason that I had my zebras there was because I told her, one, I will make a zebra, but it only goes to someone who is autistic or is intimately familiar with autism. Someone who has a daughter or a child or a spouse or a sister or a parent or a grandchild, someone that's intimately associated with someone with autism. And the second thing was, as I said, the more I made, the more I made. So I said to her, here's another rule that I want to accomplish. I want most people who give away say United States and Canada, because shipping is just. And I said to her, because I've been blessed, I want to send to Australia, to Europe, to Africa, to the UK, Canada, United States, whoever is out there. I'd like to say, if you are associated with autism and you live in this country, you put in your country name and we'll draw from those 1, 2, 7, 15, whatever. And that's what we wound up doing last night. And I gave away 5 zebras. I'll show them to you because I still have a little bit of time. And you know me and my buckets. I got zebras in a bucket. There was this one. Went to, let me get a list out here. This one went to Partolati in Australia. I was so glad. The next one went to Helen, which I told, oh no, this was Helen's. This one was Helen's. And the neon stripes went to Partolati, the neon stripes. This one was Helen's. Pauline Ritchie, Helen is in England. Pauline Ritchie is also in England. There were only 2, and since I had 6, I gave them to both of them. And Helen chose the blue and turquoise because blue is one of her favorite colors. And Pauline Ritchie, who lives in Staffordshire, she took the embarrassed zebra. That's red and white. I mean, black and white and red all over. She took that one. And then Catherine Schroeder from Canada, she took the Mexicana zebra. And Dawn Aaron, one from the United States. Our Dawn Aaron, creative hands, beautiful, loving stuff, took the brown one. And I have one that's left over. He's over there, and I'm not going to go get him, but he's a black and white one. But those all went last night, and I have to tell you guys, my heart was so full that I was able to give those people who know autism so intimately that they feel a difference between themselves and normal people. I have to tell you, there are no normal people. There are people that are within the norm, but that encompasses the very best and the very least. And I was so blessed to be able to give those people the opportunity to know that somebody loves them just the way they are. You don't have to perform. They don't have to be better. They don't have to behave. They don't have to be smarter. They don't have to be prettier. They don't have to be anything. Somebody loves them just the way they are. And I was so blessed to receive that information about autism for myself and to be able to give to those people some love, give them some love. Okay, enough said. Now, let me go back in the chat and say hello to some people. Thank you, Bonnie. Tiffany, welcome in. And Mimi. I love you, Mimi. Thank you, Ellie. Problems with the ears. Mine keep curving. They do. They do, Marshall. They do. I don't have. Here's another bucket. Here's another bucket. I don't think I've got an ear in any of my buckets, but they do curve around. They kind of go this way. Like if you put your fingers together and your thumb on your index finger and you've got that concave area in your palm, that's the way they do. Brown is your favorite. Yeah, I like the brown one too, Mimi. She does beautiful crochet amigurumi. Susan, she does. You'll have to send me some pictures. Welcome in, Amber. Oh, yeah. Angela Branham, welcome in. Joyce McCormick, welcome in. Okay, I think I'm back to the bottom now. Candy can see 4. Can see 4. Welcome in. All right. Let's get this show on the road. I got a Happy Mail package from Sherry Knowles. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever received a Happy Mail package from Sherry Knowles, but if you have, you will know beyond the shadow of a doubt that she packs them. And she packs them with some surprising things, and you never know what you're going to get when you open up one of Sherry's. Hello, Don Aaron. We were just talking about you and how you chose the brown one, and what a wonderful program it was last night, and how much I learned about autism and what I learned about me. Okay, so I am going to open this package now from Sherry. And I know it's crinkly, but too bad, guys. Too bad. Let's see if we can get this open without scissors. I don't like to. Oh, my goodness, my goodness, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Well, I am going to cut through this tape. That's too hard for my poor old hands. All right. Here we go. I told you. Here is a card. Let's read it first. So many different great, that's why they call it a spectrum. If God brings you to it, He will bring you through it. This is one of these that I just might cut out and put in my sweater pocket, because there are times during the day I don't know if I'm going to get through it, and this will just remind me how wonderful God is. Hi, Diana. I think you have started a movement. I was surprised that when Bath and Body realizes this, LOL, Bath and Body realizes this. I'm not sure what that means yet. I hope you like the yarn. I died. I was thinking you could make a horse of a different color. Okay, just wanted to send you some love mail because we all love you. Much love, Sherry. All right. See what I was telling you? You just don't know. You just don't know about her. Sherry and I met under some really untoward circumstances, and Jen Reeves is in the chat right now, and she can attest to the fact that it was not a good situation. But my heart went out to Sherry, and I knew what was being said. You know, I'm telling you, I have a connection, and I don't mean to brag, please. It's just a fact. And I knew Sherry wasn't what was being talked about her. So I contacted her and we talked, and I have had an excellent, wonderful relationship with Sherry ever since. And I think that's why she sends me this wonderful stuff. Okay, the first one is purple, and we'll open it up and see what it says. And I am not a saver, so don't send me emails. All right, this says, He has made everything beautiful in its time. Oh, that is just absolutely gorgeous. roses on the bottom. Well, Sherry, that's going up on my wall. Thank you. Aha! She does not forget some lint. Not lint, L-I-N-T, L-I-N-D-T, the chocolates. Yum. Just to let you know. Oh, and here's a goodie bag. And it has some stitch mark. Oh, I have to open this up for you because Sherry's mother makes these wonderful bookmarks. And she does them out of plastic canvas. And then she weaves yarn through it, ribbon through it. And they are absolutely beautiful. Isn't that beautiful? And you put this in your book, and it sticks out front or back, whichever you want. It's absolutely beautiful. I have one other, and it's in use. She sent me some stickers. This one's one of my favorites. 100%. 100%. Oh, they're little sheep. Isn't that cute? 100% wool. You are worthy of good things. Oh, this is awesome. You see that? Touched by an angel. Butterfly. Faith. And if you know anything about math, you'll know this. Faith is greater than fear. I love this. I love this. This might get stuck to a 3x5 card and go in my sweater pocket also. Believe in the good. Do you know there are no good things here? There's only God things. And anything that's good is God, because God is good. We are not. Faith, hope, and love. And the greatest of these is love. And this one says, handmade with love. And this one says, handmade. Oops. And oh, there's 3 of them. This one says, handmade. These are really nice for beanies. Oh, then I got a couple of these little, I hate saying little because it minimizes them, and they're wonderful. Handmade. These are wooden. And Sherry does this for me because she knows I use stitch markers all the time. And I like to keep all of my crochet hooks in. I have a big black paintbrush container that Elmo gave me, and I keep all my paintbrushes. All my tulips are in the second row, and all of my clovers. All my clovers are down here on the bottom rows, and they're all so that I can read the numbers on them. And she makes me stitch markers. Let's see if I can get these to show you what they say. They have the letters on them for the letter of the. Oh, now I'm getting out of. So that when I pick up my project and I say, OMG, which crochet hook did I use on this one? I know now. I love them. Sherry, you are such a wonderful friend. I know you're not supposed to covet, but I covet her friendship. All right, and that's not even all. This must be, gosh, this must be Dawn Aaron. Did you get in touch with her? Tell her about tape? I'm going to have to keep that one. guys, you're not going to believe this. You are not going to believe this. This is the Bath and Body Works that she's talking about. This is gentle and clean foaming hand soap. And do you know what it is? Somebody loves you. Do you believe that? Now, I know they didn't do it for me, but I think it's perfect. So I want all of you to rush out to Bed Bath & Beyond and buy some hand soap. No, not really. Oh, this is Pink Apple Punch, gentle and clean foaming hand soap. Made without sulfites, parabens, or dyes. That is utterly awesome. Utterly awesome. Sherry, don't know what I'd do without you. Okay, now, the pièce de resistance is this hand-dyed yarn that she dyed so that I could make a horse of a different color. Ooh. Ooh. 100% Peruvian Highland zebra wool. Worsted weight, 100 grams, 218 yards. 218 will do it. And she writes on here, the color is Every Bunny Loves You. Look at this yarn. Oh, Sherry, you have outdone yourself. And I have not one, not two, handmade in New Hampshire by Sherry K. Oops. I don't know that I'll ever get this camera figured out. I have 3 Hanks, so that means 3 horses. Oh, I'm telling you, my yarny friends, you are truly become my family, and I love you so much. I love each and every one of you. And I don't know what I do without you, because there are days, well, I'll tell you what I do without you. There are days when I can't find what I want to watch on YouTube. And so what I do is I turn on classical music, because classical music calms me down, and I get a little anxious when I can't find friends. Tree of Life tag is awesome, Sherry. Yeah, is Sherry in the chat now? There's Michelle D. Welcome, Michelle. Yes, Kim, it is gorgeous. She did a fantastic job. She's got, this one doesn't have a tag on it, so let me take it apart. I love it when Dawn Aaron does this, because you get to see the whole thing. Oh my, she's got purple. And then there's some like rusty pink. And it goes into the gray and a little bit. How about if I start over? Okay. Here. Here's some purple. And it goes into this rusty kind of brownish pink. And from there into some beautiful gray. Look at that pink to gray. Oh my gosh, it's just so beautiful. And then back into pink and gray. And there's a little bit of purple right there. And back to this deep, beautiful, deep purple. So pretty, and it's soft. It's not soft like your baby yarn, but it is nice. It's a 4 weight, So it will be, I want to show you the purple part. It's a 4-weight. Oh, here's some black with it. So that'll be good. There's the purple and black. And it is a nice 4-weight yarn. So it will be wonderful to make amigurumi. Gray with the blues and the, yeah. I don't know. I've really come to appreciate gray. Grays and greens. And I love it when Dawn makes the dark blue and the teal and the turquoise and then some kind of green in there. Welcome back, Samantha. Are you hopping again? All right. Well, we haven't gotten, it's just now 12:30 and I don't hear any thunder, so I think I'm going to stay on here a little bit longer. Unless there's somebody else on. Does anybody know if there's somebody else with a live on? Usually I have about an hour, and then I know that Juan comes on later, and then Mishi comes on tonight, but I'm not up on the schedule of who's here and who's not. But thank you, all of you, for coming in today, and thank you for listening to me this at the beginning about Mishi's program. I do want to encourage each one of you to go over to her channel and watch the replay of that. Whether you are concerned about showing autistic traits, or whether you're just interested in being aware of autism in general. As I said, I learned a lot about autism and the signs and symptoms or traits of autism, and I also learned some things about myself. So I encourage each and every one of you, if you missed last night's program, to please go over there, leave your thumbprint, and watch that program. It is so full of information, not just, well, I was 31 when I was diagnosed. It's not, that information is there, but that's not where it stops. There is also information in there about how to tell if your child may be autistic. If you suspect someone in your family is autistic, how to get them diagnosed, how to get them help, where to go, what to ask, what questions to ask. That podcast was full of information about autism. And as I said, you may even learn something about yourself that will be helpful. So I encourage each one of you to go over there and watch her replay. Now I'm going to put my glasses back on because I wanted to look you in the eyes and tell you how much I love each and every one of you. And I wanted you to see how important Nisi's program was last night for everyone in the world, because so many people, you know your own body best, and so many people know that something's not right, not necessarily something's wrong, but just something's off, and you don't know what it is. And you go to the doctor and he says, oh, here, take this pill, or here, take this juice, or let me give you you're a zebra, whether you know it or not. If they can't figure out what it is and you know something's off, you're pretty much a zebra. But, and it could be a myriad of things because, like I said, our health is on a continuum with life here and death here. And we're all, on any given day, somewhere in between. So please go over. And now I'm going to put my glasses back on and read some of the chat, because I see it flipping through. Hello, Nancy. If you don't know Nancy, you need to go over to her channel. She does little treasures for sure. And she has done a whole craft room in miniature. And I mean, down to the cart that we keep our yarn on at the end of the table, that she's got a sewing machine and some spools of ribbon. She does it all. Okay, Suzanne, what do we need prayers for, Suzanne? Let me go back up. For healing, foot surgery, and non-bearing. Oh, Suzanne, I will put you in my book because, I don't think we value our feet until we are not able to use them. Pardon me a minute. Suzanne Fenton. Suzanne, God knows who you are, so. So that was just for my knowledge. Okay, I will be praying for you, Suzanne. Nancy, love my two nephews with autism. Ellie, I think you will really glean a lot of, information about how to diagnose, what to look for, and where to go for help. That is so important. I do too, Samantha. I love Happy Mail. I keep saying I don't need a darn thing because I have more yarn than I can use up. But then, I get a week with 6 skeins go out the door, and I'm always so glad to see it come in. Okay, I love the prayers for Suzanne. You guys are so loving and giving, and that's why I consider you my family. I told you last time, I think I'll be your mother or your sister or your aunt or your grandmother, or a sister in Christ at the very least. All right, so where are we going from here, guys? Does anybody have any questions about zebras? I think we've got the feet done. More Happy Mail?
Just came in.
Happy Mail from Samantha Knudsen in East Tennessee. Whoa. Thank you, Elmo. I'm not sure who this is. Is Samantha Knudsen here? Did you have a different channel name, Samantha? Ah, Sunita, I'm so glad you got a chance to stop in. Yeah, prayers for all. Thank you, Dawn. All right, well, let's go ahead and open this one up then. This was something new I had not expected. I'm not sure who this is. I hope they give a channel name. Oh, I know better not to use scissors because I have one of these handy dandy things that Elmo gave me. Don't use scissors. You're going to kill yourself. Use this thing because you can't hurt yourself with it, he said. Cutest thing, miniature. Yes, she does. She has miniatures of everything. I think she's done her whole house in miniature. All right, one more cut right through the top. These things are so handy. If you don't have one, you need to look for one. Ooh. All right. Okay to read on camera. Dear Miss C, I know that you are a giver and a generous and loving one. That sometimes makes it hard to be a receiver. But this little girl has lots of love she wants to give just to you. She's looking forward to learning what you are going to name her. This somebody sends my love to you, too. I really appreciate all the teaching and testament that you give of our Lord and sharing of yourself, Samantha Knudsen. And it's written on this beautiful paper. Look at this tree. trees are some of my favorite things, I will tell you. And when I was younger, which is something I learned last night. Uh-oh, what did I do? Um, when I was younger, I did not play well with others. Give me a book and let me climb a tree, and I was in heaven. Oh my word. Oh, you guys. Well, I'm going to have to come up with a very special name for this bunny. Look at these bunny feet. And this, I love that tail. Oh my word. And she comes full of love. I can see it now. Oh, and she's so squishy. Thank you, Samantha. She's going to have to sit right up here on my shelf with all of the other things that I have gotten from people who love me and I love. You guys look for her, and if she's not up there, ask me where she is. Sunita, are you getting snow? Oh, I saw that in Chicago. Chicago had snow this morning. That is a gorgeous bunny. Helen, trees were my happy place. Just get me out of the. I had three sisters and my mom and dad, and just get me out of the house. Give me a good book, and I would sail across the moors on the back of a black horse. My hair would be flying, and I would be off to the castle for an adventure of who knows what, or I would be on the ship and sailing across the seas, and it was I didn't like. I was not happy with me or my life, and that gave me an escape, and books were my escape. Is the bunny's name Samantha too? I don't know, Tina. That would be a good idea, wouldn't it? And now cold rain, Sanita says. Raining here for now. Tonight we'll be getting snow. Paul, where are you again? I'd have to pull out my big black book. I have a little black book for prayers. I have a yellow book for all your pod names. As a kid, I was happiest with the book by myself. Yeah. Nana, Mama Cat, you might want to go and watch the Samantha's Niecy's. Excuse me. I'm getting excited. You might want to go and watch Niecy's replay from last night. It was just really full of information. Paula's in New York. Oh, yeah, you're going to get snow. Suzanne, reading. I love reading too. Yeah, I do. I still do. We left Texas one morning at 5 o'clock in the 70s, and 18 hours later, we were in Chicago in a full-blown blizzard. Oh, man. One time when I probably was 14, and 13 or 14 right in there. And my mother had gone down to take care of. That probably was the 60s, the early 60s, because my grandmother was really ill and she passed away. So my dad put us four girls in the car and we headed for Indiana, where my grandparents lived. And we got to, I don't know, a little town in Indiana. It was all farm fields. and we ran into a blizzard, and that blizzard stopped cars. And the longer you sat there, the deeper the snow got. And finally, the police, excuse me, and the, oh my goodness. Excuse me a minute, friends. I don't like to do that, but thank you for your patience. The fire department and the police department came walking down from town, down along the line of cars out to outside of town, telling us that the road was shut down. No one was going anywhere. But if we would follow them when they came back, we could go to, I think it was the Elks Lodge. And upstairs they had this great big open room where they did their ceremonies. And if you had blankets or pillows or whatever you had, bring them. And we went there, and we went upstairs, and we found a corner, and we stayed in the corner. And the people of the town, as well as the EMT, or the emergency responders, they call them now, the fire department and the police department, and the Elks, they put together chili, and the women baked bread, and we had fresh bread and chili for supper that night. And I don't remember what we ate the next. I don't remember. I know we were there overnight, and I know we were there part of the next day until they got the roads cleared. And how difficult that must have been, because there were cars on the road. How can you clear a road that's full of cars, you know? Thank you, Sunita. Thank you for putting out Nisi's podcast from last night. But we were so glad. And I know I must have been 13 or 14, because wouldn't you know, all times for me to become a woman, it had to happen on that day. And how do you tell your father? So I told my older sister, and she said, well, what do you want me? What do you want me to do about it? I don't have anything. So, but can you imagine the Elks Lodge? And there must have been 50 people there at the least, and one bathroom, you know, and it just, I will never forget that day. But there was no riots, there was no hoarding, the kids ate first, and the people ate what was left, and everyone had plenty, and there was left over. And no one complained. You know, nowadays you probably would hear all kinds of grumbling, but yeah, it was scary. That's with Amber. Amber, I don't remember my comment, and I don't remember what you showed right now, because too many things have gone on. But I remember your face in your little thing. It was good fun. We played jacks. We had jacks with us, and we played jacks. If you guys know what that is. There's Jennifer. Welcome in, Jennifer. Jennifer lives in England. Blimey, what a time to start. Yes, that's what my sister said. Not now. What do you want me to do? But she was kind of caught unaware, you know, as I was. All right. I'm going to go, because I think I'm out of chat, and I've told you all the essentials. I've shown you some really yarnalicious stuff. And don't forget to rush right out to Bath and Body Works and get your own soap called Somebody Loves You. Hand soap, foaming kind. I can't believe Sherry found that. And as I said, I really don't think they named it after me, but it sure is fun. Jennifer, did you see all the zebras that went out last night? We are sending five of them on their way, all different colors. Oh no, Sherry! Sherry, I want to tell you that I don't think they did us because of me, but I sure am glad they did it. I loved it. And this yarn is absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I can't wait to start a horse on it. And if the truth be told, I might make another zebra out of it. Because there were people last night that God told me needed a zebra, and they weren't one of the ones that won. So I have 3 additional names on my list for people who need a zebra that weren't able to win one last night. Oh, Sherry, it's beautiful. Beautiful. And I told everyone that I'm going to have to take this and unfortunately cut this card up so that I can cut this part out, put it on a 3x5 card and stick it in my pocket to remember, because I need to remember that. Thank you, Helen. Thank you. Thank you twice. Thank you for sending your mother-in-law, and thanks for the thought about popping in again. All right, let me show these one more time, and then I did this blue one. That was the first one to go, and it went to Helen because Helen likes blue. She chose this one. I made enough so that those who were able to choose could choose one that they wanted and not have to take the last one, because growing up I was not very social, and I had astigmatism and depth perception problems and flat feet, and you add all that together and you're the last one to get picked on a team. And I didn't want someone to have to pick the last one. And then there was the neon stripe one, and then there was the Mexicana one, and then there was the brown. They call them, I think Nisi said last night, they're called blonde zebras. Blonde, not blind, blonde zebras. They are the brown ones. And then there was this one. And he is black and white and red all over. The embarrassed zebra. So those are going out. I have all of the addresses. So as soon as I get the forms filled out, because all of those but one is United States. The rest of them go to Canada, Australia. 2 of them go to England. One to Australia, 1 to Canada, 2 to England, and 1 to the United States. 5 of them go out. Thank you. Thank you, Jennifer. No, Sherry, he never does. We think he does, but then he puts in there, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And if I hold God's hand, I can do this. I can do this. And it's okay to set a timer and grieve for 5 minutes. And then when the timer goes off, you get up and you live again. Oh, are you from Alabama, Amber? Go Bama. Bama's colors aren't don't they? I think if I'm right, it's red and black, and it's the elephant, or is it Roll Tide? Or I don't know. There's only one in the store. Sherry, it's a God thing. It's a God thing. He made it up real quick, stuck it in the store for you to see. I love it. Yep, Alabama. Yep. Now you're in Nebraska. Okay. RTR. I don't know what that means. Roll Tide Roll. I do know what that means. Big Al the elephant. Yes! I had some friends that were Ohio State fans, and I grew up in Michigan, so I'm not an Ohio State fan. I don't really care about football one way or the other, but this fella and his wife were like big time Ohio State fans, and I used to tease them. I used to tease him, go blue, go blue. He's, Diana, you live in Ohio now. Don't you want to be? No, nope. So when we moved to Florida, he's like, okay, you don't live in Michigan anymore or Ohio. Now you have to vote for Ohio. And I'm like, roll Tide. I can't believe that you're going to vote for somebody else. Okay, Mimi, thank you so much for popping in. I appreciate it. And now it is 4 minutes until the hour, and I do need to go. I thank all of you for stopping in today and watching me open not one, but 2 boxes of Happy Mail. And thank you so much for Samantha and Sherry both for my Happy Mail today. That's right, Amber. No matter where you go, Bama's the best. And please, if you hadn't had a chance, go and watch the replay from Nisi's Autism Awareness show last night. Amber, I did enjoy your program too, and I will be back. Mimi, I love you. Jen, you know I love you. Jennifer, I love you. Samantha, Kim, who else did I see in the chat? I love you all with all of my heart. Tiffany, Kim G, I love you so much. And I will see you Sunday for Somebody Sunday number 14. 14. Juan, and I don't know what Juan's symbol is, where he does it. My name, Diana. The D on the wrist, because I was in nursing school. So my name, my sign name, is Diana. Just for your information. Okay, I love you all, and I will see you Sunday, 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. God bless you and keep you until Sunday. May he make his face shine upon you. May he give you peace and love in your heart. Until we meet again. Bye, guys.